Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram.
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram.
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. I got an urgent call just before this meeting and I couldn't join at 7:15. But I'm so happy that we're all chanting. I hope you all got chance to chant one round. How is everyone feeling today? Please share in the chat. How are you feeling today in one or two words? Would anyone like to share? Good, tired. Monday is coming. Good. Nice. Most of you are feeling good. Okay, nice. I'm super happy to see all of you. I see Karina, Dhruv, Lakshay, Anj, Vedi, Kabir, Vinita, Navya, Pari, Nimai, Atar, Avni, Ishan, Shlok, and Shambhavi. Thank you so much. And Ovi also. So happy to see all of you. So, we're having discussion on the beautiful story of Dhruva. From which canto of Srimad Bhagavatam? Who knows? 4. Yes, beautiful. So in Canto 4, there are multiple chapters, and this story pretty much is in the 8th and the ninth chapter. So last time, what happened in the story last time? Who recalls? Where did we pause? Anyone recalls? Can you all hear me properly? Okay, awesome. Who recalls what we read last time? Some, not like verbatim, but yeah. Or yes, Vinita?
Hare Krishna. After Dhruv Maharaj went to the Madhuvana forest, Narad Muni thought that he should go check on King Uttanpad, so he went there.
Narad Muni went to check on King Uttanpad, right? And okay, tell in one or two words, what was the emotional state of Uttanpad? Excited, joyful, happy, sad? What was the state? Who knows? We read that last time, right? We read that. Okay, so please tell. Hmm? Who knows the answer? Yes, Karina?
He was like, I don't know if like this is like exactly right, but from what I remember, he was like feeling regret that he did like he watched everything happen and didn't like do anything about it. Like he let his like wife take over his like emotions and like didn't do anything about his son leaving, basically banishing his son and the other wife. So he felt like regret that he didn't do anything about it.
Very nice, thank you. Yes, Pari?
I mean, like, he felt guilty, I guess.
Sorry?
Guilty.
Can you repeat? Somehow I couldn't hear.
Guilty.
Guilty. Okay, that's correct. How many of you have been in that situation? That means you said or did something and later you realized it was wrong. And did you also go through similar emotion like remorse, guilt, sad, right? Okay, very good. Now, most of us raised our hand. Now, just imagine that moment. What has happened? You have understood the mistake, correct? Think of a moment, think of that situation. You have understood that mistake. Now, would you like someone to tell you you are a fool number one and you did this big blunder? You will not like. Narad Muni is teaching us that. I'll share some important reflections, right? What would you like in that situation? Yes, Navya.
For someone to tell me that it's okay, mistakes happen, and find a way to fix it somehow.
Okay. Yeah, rather than telling, hey, why the hell you made the mistake? It's it's not expected of you. You are this, you never listen to me, and you are, yeah, right? We don't want. So we cannot always change things. That's a good lesson, right? So first of all, try to do things right in the first time. That's lesson. Okay, you agree? Because it's not there. Some situations you'll not get a second chance. In some situations you may, but in many situations in life, do we get second chance? We don't get. So words once spoken will not come back. Like the who completed? Words once spoken will not come back. Yes, Kabir?
Like the wind
Like the wind.
or
Okay.
air.
Okay, I'll help. Like the arrows. Complete the next. Like the arrows that that have been released from the bow. Right? That's a proverb, or that's a common idiom. Okay, so what did Narad Muni do? Empathize. Narad Muni didn't say, you are a fool number one. You did a big blunder. Why? Because that person was already feeling the pain of regret, the pain of, I did a mistake. I'm a henpecked. I should have done something there, right? I should have at least given a pat, but I was blinded. Hmm. So let's hear this beautiful thought, my dear friends. It's best to act appropriately in a situation rather than to regret it later. Make sense? It's best to act properly in a situation rather than regretting about it. It's best now. Now, if we didn't do the best thing, what's better? It's better to regret one's poor behavior rather than justifying it. Are you following the sequence? Don't do wrong. Don't speak bad words. If that's also done, if we didn't do the one, then rather than, how many of you have or have been in situations someone does wrong, and rather than being apologetic or regretful about it, they're justifying it, right? The parents say, why are you watching Netflix for 2 hours, right? Well, you don't know anything. It's so important for me, or I'm watching an important thing for my future growth, you know. So rather than, the second is, rather than being apologetic, or rather than kind of regretting about the bad behavior, one is justifying it, right? It's worse to justify one's impulsive act, and disown all responsibility of the result. The number three, I don't care, it's Dhruva's problem. He could have said that, right? It would have been very, very bad. But he did care. He was at least in the second category. Are you following 1, 2, and 3? Let's see Narad Muni's role. Allowing others to express their emotions and empathetically hearing them speak has a calming effect on their minds. So basically, when you are in a troubled situation, you did a mistake. You want someone to hear you, right? Are you following? We're looking for a listening ear. We're not primarily looking for advice. Hey, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. We're looking for an empathetic ear. Sometimes people understand their mistakes even before we point them. How many of you have felt that? We understand our mistake before your mom, dad, someone else points that, right? And you all said you won't like if they say, hey, I know you realized it, but I'm telling you this like 5 times more. We won't like it, right? So we should not do that to others. Therefore, instead of being eager to correct others, we must allow them to realize their shortcomings while being ready to assist them appropriately. That's what Narada did with whom? With whom? King Uttanpada. Or offered to help others shouldn't spark the mood of superiority. Oh, I am better. I would have never done this mistake. No, that's not the mood. Okay? Rectify, don't justify. A mistake is a mistake if one fails to learn from it, right? Honest regret, sincere apology, the effort to improve and endeavor to not repeat make one perfect soon. Let's repeat that. Honest regret, sincere apology, the effort to improve and endeavor to not repeat make one perfect soon. So it is for King Uttanpad here. So in short, Narad Muni was very, very sensitive towards King Uttanpad. And let's read a few verses. Anyone recalls which verse we paused last time? Anyone
I
recall?
think 67 or 68 somewhere.
Okay. So I think we read 68. That's alas, just see how I was conquered by my wife. So we covered that today also. Just imagine my cruelty. So this is King Uttanpad speaking to Narad Muni. Out of love and affection, the boy was trying to get on my lap, but I did not receive him, nor did I even pat him for a moment. Just imagine how hard-hearted I am. So we covered that. Okay, 68. Please raise your hand. If anyone would like to read, raise your hand, electronic hand, and then as your chance comes, then you drop it. Okay? Okay, Navya, yeah, 68.
The great sage Narad replied, My dear king, please do not be aggravated by your son. He is well protected by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although you have no actual information of his influence, his reputation is already spread all over the world.
Wow, thank you. So Narad Muni is reassuring King Uttanpa, don't worry. His reputation is spread all over the world. So the great sages know past, present, and future. Because right now, no one knows Dhruva. He's a 5-year-old. He's not the great Dhruva Maharaj. But Narad Muni knows the future because he's a sincere devotee. His fame will be spread all over the world. Yes, Karina?
My dear king, your son is very competent. He will perform activities which would be impossible even for great kings and sages. Very soon he will complete his task and come back home. You should know that he will also spread your reputation all over the world. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Avni?
Text 70. The great Maitre continued. The king Uttanpada, after being advised by Narad Muni, practically gave up all duties in relation with his kingdom, which was very vast and wide, opulent like the goddess of fortune, and he simply began to think of his son Dhruva.
Wow. So you see the change of heart now Utanpan is having towards Dhruva. He's simply thinking of his son. Yes, Pari. Next.
Elsewhere, Dhruv Maharaj, having arrived in Madhuvan, took his bath in the river Yamuna and observed fasting in the night with great care and attention. After that, as advised by the great sage Narad, he engaged himself in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very nice. So you see how the camera is continuously shifting. Shukdev Goswami, at one moment he goes to the dash, and the other moment he goes to dash to see what Dhruva is doing and complete the two words. At one moment he goes to where the king is, and another moment he goes to a place where Dhruva is. Can you complete? Are you following the question? Please type in the answer in the chat. He's like an expert director, expert cameraman, giving us the whole understanding what's happening where. Did you all type in? Are you typing in the response? Who knows? So at one moment they were in the king's palace, right? Narad Muni and King Uttanpad conversation. Then the very next moment they go to Dhruva. Where is Dhruva? Madhuvan, right? He's doing what? He's following the instructions of Narad Muni. Okay, who knows some instructions? 1, 2, we have read that already. Who knows some of the instructions? Raise your hand. Come on, please tell. Yes, Vedi, Karina. Yes, please tell. At least one each.
Hare Krishna, he gave him the prayer, the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and told him to chant it.
To chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Beautiful. What else he told? Yes, who will tell? Shambi. Yes, please speak, unmute. Who knows any other instruction? Was there anything else told by Narada to Dhruva? Yes, Dhruva?
To go to Madhuvan so he can
Yeah.
and then to bathe in the river 3 times in a day.
Okay, very nice to bathe in the Yamuna River and worship the deity. You remember? In great length, he told about the deity worship and do the best based the time, place, situation, offer some fruits, berries, whatever feasible, right? So, Dhruva in Madhuvan, right, started worshipping the Supreme Lord for the first month. Let's see the intense worship. So 6 months, he did intense worship. Yes, Ansh, please read what he did for the first month. Yes, please unmute first.
Which one?
Yeah, here.
42. Okay. 72. For the first month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only fruits and berries on every third day, only to keep his body and soul together. In this way, he progressed in his worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Wow. So he's only eating fruits and berries, not 3 times a day, one on every third day. Right? Sometimes you have Ekadashi and say, okay, we'll eat simple, but 10 times. Right? So, but Dhruva, he's eating once in 3 days. What? Not pizzas, not burgers, fruits and berries. So, how old is he? 5-year-old. So much tapasya. So, my dear friends, what are the keys to success? In any aspect of life, what are the keys to success? Yes, please, you can speak also and you can write also. Yes. Yes, Ishan, you had your hand up.
Determination and hard work, Prabhuji.
Determination and hard work. Very good. Okay. There are many things, but I will write what you all say. Keys or key to success. Mm. So Navya wrote discipline and determination. Discipline, determination, right? Someone said hard work, right? Very good. What else? Please, everyone type in. Yeah, please type in your response. Please engage whatever way you feel best. The more you engage, it will be nice. It's my humble request. Consistency, yes, very good. Consistency, because great things don't come overnight. Faith, someone said faith, yes, very nice. Concentration, yes. Discipline, discipline is very important. Someone already read that. Vinitha, can you elaborate your point? Ingenuity. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, that's like it's like being genuine and being like clever, like skillful,
Mhm.
being resourceful, sort of.
Honest, is that said?
Yeah.
Honesty, genuine. Okay, what else? Did we miss anything? Anything missing? Hmm? One very, very important thing is missing. Prayer. Prayer to God. We must pray also, right? First, we have a sincere desire, right? We have a desire to succeed. If you don't have the desire, then all these things will hard work. Will you do hard work if you don't desire something? Will you be consistent? Right? Think about it. Will there be discipline? No. No, I don't care, right? Because I don't have a desire. Hmm. So desire, endeavor, and prayer. Like I'm bucketing this. Like all this, most of this is part of endeavor, right? So first have desire, then do your best, genuine endeavor, and then finally pray to God also. We are not the doer, right? So Narad Muni, Dhruva started doing great tapasya. And first month he was doing this. Let's see what he was doing second month. Who has not read, wants to read? 73, yes, Dhruv. And then Shambhi will read 74th.
In the second month, Dhruv Maharaj ate only every 6 days, and for his eatables he took dry grass and leaves. Thus he continued his worship.
Wow. From 3 days to 6 days. So he reduced the frequency of eating, and he also reduced the items like fruits and berries. They are very humble items, but now he's only eating dry grass. He's not eating. You So he reduced the frequency of eating and he reduced uh, the simplicity also. Yes, Shambhi.
In the third month, he drank water only every 9 days. Thus, he remained completely in trance and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is adored by selected verses.
Beautiful. Now from 3 days to 6 days to 9 days. From dry grass, from fruits and berries to dry grass to water, my dear friends. Can we imagine? I mean, we are not saying try it at home. No, please don't try it at home. But at least the mood, let's understand, right? If sometimes we struggle and we don't get food on time, we can remember Dhruva, right? Sometimes it's a day of fasting. We don't have to, not, please don't take it wrongly. We don't have to imitate the water at night. We can't live without water. Maybe a day is fine. A 2 day, I don't know. I don't think anyone can survive without water for 9 days in today's day and age, right? But this is different yoga, like Satyuga or the different time period. But let's understand the mood is sincere endeavor, discipline. Yes, fourth month. Vedi?
In fourth month, Dhruv Maharaj became a complete master of the breathing exercise, and thus he inhaled air only every 12th day. In this way, he became completely fixed in his position and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Wow. Now, now water intake stopped. Only air. Once in 12 days. Fifth month. Yes, Atar.
By the fifth month, Maharaja Dhruva, the son of the king, had controlled his breathing so perfectly that he was able to stand on only one leg, just as a column stands, without motion, and concentrate his mind fully on the Parabrahman.
Wow. So his mind and senses are controlled, right? We just read that. With breathing exercise, with chanting the mantra, he's standing on one leg, the mind fully considered on Parabrahman, which is Krishna, the form of the Lord, which he was meditating, right? We discussed. He completely controlled his senses and their objects, right? Or sense objects, basically. And in this way, he fixed his mind without diversion to anything else upon the form of the Supreme Lord. Let's read this verse, beautiful verse, text 77. Sarvato mana krishya hridhi bhutendriyas hridhi bhutendriyasyam dhyayan bhagavato rupam nadrikshit kinchanar kinchana param. Okay, who would like to recite? Yes, buddy.
Sarvato mana akrishya yadi bhutendriyashayam dhyayan bhagavato rupam nadrikshit kinchana param.
Very nice. Navya?
Sarvato mana akrasya Priti Bhutena Dishayam Dhyayan Bhagavato Rupam Nadyakshat Kinchanasaram.
Beautiful. Okay, let's see if you know some of the meaning. Sarvato. Who knows the meaning? Sarva. Sarvato. Sarva comes many places, the word sarva. Yes, Vedi?
It means like all.
All, yes. So in all aspects. So in this connection. Oops. Mana. Who all know mana? Mind, right? You can. Akrishya. Akarshan. Akrishya. Who knows? Akrishya. Concentrating. Hridi. This comes multiple places. Hrida. Yes, Vinita?
Heart.
Heart. So, concentrating his mind, his heart, fully, bhutendri, bhutendri yasyam. He completely controlled his senses and their objects, and in this way he fixed his mind without diversion. Na adrikshit. He did not see kinchana aparam, anything else. Dhyayan, what was he meditating? Dhyan, Bhagavato, Bhagavan, right? The Supreme Lord. Rupam, his form. The form which was told by his Guru Narada. So he was completely meditating on that form of the Lord. And guess what happened? In text 78, 6 months, right? Actually, we have read till 5th month. We haven't gone to the 6th month. Let's see. Yes, so we read text 77, 78. Who has not read yet? Please raise your hand. Yes, Kabir. Please raise your electronic hand who has not yet read even once. Go
When
ahead.
Dhruv Maharaj thus captured the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the refuge of the total material creation, and who is the master of all living entities, the three worlds began to tremble.
Wow. So yes, he has been meditating upon the Lord and he has captured the Lord. All the three worlds, upper, lower, middle, are trembling. Yes, Vinita and then Ishan.
As Dhruv Maharaj, the king's son, kept himself steadily standing on one leg, the pressure of his big toe pushed down half the earth, just as an elephant being carried on a boat rocks the boat, left and right with his every step.
When Dhruv Maharaj became practically one in heaviness with Lord Vishnu, the total consciousness, due to his fully concentrating and his closing all the holes of his body, the total universal breathing became choked up, and all the great demigods in all the planetary systems felt suffocated and thus took shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very well. Isn't that amazing? So by concentrating his mind, his body, his life, his heart upon the Supreme Lord, he was like, he captured the Supreme Lord in his heart, right? So one who is sincere to control one's mind and senses can achieve all the success. Sincere worship of the Lord purifies one in all ill motives. Just like we desire to stay in a clean place devoid of dirt, similarly, the Lord prefers to reside in a clean heart. Nice point, right? We prefer to stay in a clean place. The Lord likes to stay in a clean place too. So we have to purify the heart. And how do we purify the heart? By the process of Bhakti Yoga, right? Chittodarpana Marjanam, chanting, reading, hearing, having good association, like all of you. The Lord will come in your heart too. And all the three worlds are trembling. Oh, sorry, I shared the wrong screen. Last few verses here, 81 and 82 is the last verse. Who has not read? Nishita, would you like to read 81? Thank you for joining.
The demigod said, Dear Lord, you are the refuge of all moving and non-moving living entities. We feel all living entities to be suffocating, their breathing processes choked up. We have never experienced such a thing. Since you are the ultimate shelter of all surrendered souls, we have therefore approached you. Kindly save us from this danger.
So what's happening here? Who can repeat what did we just read? What's happening here? Who all know the answer? Only 5 of you? Okay, Avni, please start.
So basically, Dhruv Maharaj is he's meditating so hard that all the other demigods are feeling choked up and whatnot. So then they're went to Lord Vishnu and they were like, hey, what's going on here? He's just too good. They needed to take shelter.
Yeah, they're all disturbed. The whole airflow is stopped, and he's like, the whole world is trembling. The power of a sincere devotee. The Supreme Lord said, My dear demigods, do not be perturbed by this. It is due to the severe austerity and full determination of the son of King of Uttanpad, who is now fully absorbed in the thought of me. He has obstructed the universal breathing process. You can safely return to your respective homes. I shall stop this boy in his severe acts of austerities, and you will be saved. Hare Krishna. The Lord comes to rescue. The Lord came to rescue. So I think let's read one or two more verses. What happens? So ninth chapter now. Who has not read yet? Text 1. I can read. Naina, please. Yes. And then Mishti will read the second one. Naina, go ahead.
Okay, text 1.
Yes.
Text 1. The great sage Maitreya told Vidura, when the demigods were thus reassured by the personality of Godhead, they were freed from all fears, and after offering their obeisances, they returned to their heavenly planets. Then the Lord, who is non-different from the Sahasra
Sahasra Shirsha.
incarnation, got on the back of Garuda, who carried him to the Madhuvana forest to see his servant Dhruva. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, thank you. So the Lord got on the back of Garuda and came to see. Let's see what happens.
The form of the Lord, which was brilliant like lightning, in which Dhruva Maharaj, in his major yogic process, was fully absorbed in meditation, all of a sudden disappeared. Thus Dhruva was perturbed and his meditation broke. But as soon as he opened his eyes, he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally present, just as he had been seeing the Lord in his heart.
Wow. So what's happening here, my dear friends? Who knows what's happening here? Kabir?
Lord Vishnu appears in front of Dhruva Maharaj.
He appeared, yeah. Who would like to give a little bit more details? Yes, Agni.
So Dhruva Maharaj, like when he was meditating, he saw like the Lord in his heart, but then like the Lord disappears, and then Dhruva Maharaj was like he got like a little disturbed. So then he opened his eyes and he saw the Lord, and then like he offered his obeisances.
So the form of the Lord which he was meditating inside, as told by his Guru Narada, suddenly that form was gone, right? And that very form, and when he was perturbed, he opened his eyes, he saw, oh, here is my Krishna. Isn't that amazing? So he saw Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, right in front of his himself. So you may have seen this kind of picture. There are multiple pictures in this, like, or something like this. The Lord appeared right in front of Dhruva. And what did Dhruva do? Yes, Jashit. Text 3.
When Dhruva Maharaj saw his lord just in front of him, he was greatly agitated and offered him obeisances and respect. He fell flat before him like a rod and became absorbed in the love of Godhead. Dhruva Maharaj in ecstasy looked upon the Lord as if he was drinking the Lord with his eyes, kissing the lotus feet of the Lord with his mouth and embracing the Lord with his arms.
Wow. So he prostrated himself, basically offered obeisance. What do we do when we go to temple? Yes, buddy.
Like offer obeisances to the Lord.
Offer obeisance. That's the first thing we do. Okay, imagine you're entering an ISKCON temple. What all will you do? Who's going to try to explain this? Hmm? Yes, Dhruv?
Like I would first like coming like from the outside of them from outside the temple or like inside and then into the temple.
Just imagine you got down from your car. What will you do?
So like I would go to the temple and then like walk up the steps and then like walk up the steps and then like open the door and then like take off my shoes and then like then I would go inside the temple and then offer the obeisances, like Buddy said.
Offer obeisance to whom?
To the deities.
Okay. Okay, good points. Anyone else wants to add anything, or did Dhruv miss something? Yes, Vedi.
I know for like ISKCON temples, when you go in, you well, it's been some time, so I think you offer obeisances to Prabhupada first, and then you go to the deities. Do it.
You're like guessing, or I think, or maybe, like sometimes.
I know in the ISKCON temple you offer obeisances to Prabhupada, but I cannot remember if it's before or after you go to the deities.
Okay. Let's do this sequence again. So you got done from your car, okay? You have your shoes or slippers, right? So it's very important that we should go with clean hands or clean body, right? We must have taken bath and all, tilak and all, which is very nice. Let's say your hands are not clean. For example, you ate a bar, like some oatmeal, or you ate something in the car, right? Your hands are not clean, right? So we must wash our hands. Or let's say you were wearing shoes with shoelaces and whatnot. So we touch that. Now the hands are not clean, right? Because we remove the shoes using our hands. So we must not just go directly inside. You agree? We must wash our hands, okay? Especially if the hands are unclean, like you have eaten something or you touched the shoe or something. You must we must wash our hands. In some places, in some temples, you may find like you call like a sanitizer nearby. I think you can use that. But if you can wash hands, if that's possible, please do that. So now, what's the first thing? Even before even entering, there's a door. Like a temple has a door, and usually what do you pull the door, right? Right? You pull the door. Imagine it's a door, and thumb is my lever or handle. So what you pull the door, right, to open. Most temples you'll find a bell, or you must knock the door. Knock, knock, knock. Huh? You must knock. We're entering, right? We're entering an important person's room. Will you go without knocking? Imagine the president of the country. Will you go without knocking his door, or your professor, your teacher, your governor, your principal? You'll just, hey, open the door and coming, right? You'll knock. Huh? First, we should knock the door. And then what do we see? First thing, we see devotees. Actually, we see devotees outside also, right? You may see some devotees in the complex, etc. But You can offer outside, that's fine, great, acceptable. The Vaishnav Pranam mantra. But as you enter, like you have entered, you open the door, first knocking. Krishna basically is like a permission. Krishna, can I come? Please allow me to come. Humble, right? Then we must offer pranams to Vaishnavas. Raise your hand if you know the Vaishnav Pranam mantra. Raise your hand. Okay. Vidhi, will you post it in the group? Everyone, please memorize this mantra. Okay. And for those who know this mantra, I will give you another mantra for Vaishnava Pranam. Or maybe I'll give you some other. Okay. Who knows the mantra? Yes. Karina, please tell.
Me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please tell the Vaishnava Pranam mantra.
Panchakapatirbhishakripasyanipa eva cha aptitaram pavaneba Vaishnaveba namo namaha.
Very nice. When you recite the mantras, go soft and smooth. And understand the emotion behind it. So what's the emotion? Who knows the meaning of this mantra? What are we saying? What does it mean? Is this a bunch of words or is there a meaning to it? Who knows the meanings? Try, Vedai, go ahead.
My respectful obeisances to the Vaishnavas who are like desire trees, who are very merciful, very they're very pure, and they're
very
yeah.
purifying, they're merciful, kind, loving, right? So they can fulfill all the desires. And what's the desire we're talking to? They can give bhakti to us. So basically offering respects to devotees. You must offer respect to devotees, otherwise Krishna will not accept us. Krishna loves his devotees more than his own self. So we offer respects to devotees. So basically imagine you enter the door and as soon as you find a place, right, you offer the Panchang Pranam with this Vaishnava Pranam. Basically you see devotees and you're like, Then we go to Srila Prabhupada, who is our Acharya, who is our preeminent Shiksha Guru, and offer the Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra. Everyone knows Prabhupada Pranam Mantra? No? Okay. Vedai, please mention this also. Kabir, I know you'll gradually learn, okay? So you try to memorize one at a time, but you'll gradually learn others also, okay? And if you sometimes don't know mantra, you can offer the simplest and the Hare Krishna mantra, right? As you're memorizing verses, now you can't open your phone and say, okay, let me say Prabhupada Pranam mantra, right? Like, if as you're learning, as you're practicing, you can always say the Hare Krishna mantra, okay? But try to learn those mantras also, okay? So now we offered our pranams and offer our obeisance to Prabhupada. Now what do we do? So you see, there are like 4 steps we discussed so far. What was step 1? Wash the hands and stuff, right? Clean. Number 2? Yes, Vinita?
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell, or if the bell is not there, knock, basically, right? And be mindful also. It's not like a class is going on and you dong, right? We ring the bell and disturb the whole class, right? You have to be sensitive and sensible, both, right? If a class is going on or if some important thing is going on and we ring the bell, like a big bell, right? In some temples, it's a big bell, like, the whole world listens to it. Okay, bell, okay, or basically permission, knock. Okay, number 3. Yes, Pari?
Like pranam to the devotees.
Yes, pranam to devotees. Number 4. Yes, Avni?
Pranam to Srila Prabhupada.
Pranam to Prabhupada. Beautiful. Okay, and by the way, this is in our Vaishnava etiquette manual also. Okay, etiquette within the temple. In the old days, king would travel in palanquins. Nowadays, people travel in car, right? The idea is to give up one's kingly mentality. So give up one's car, give up one's shoes outside. Don't bring those things. Mentality of being the Lord, the mentality of being the Lord and the Master. Give up that mentality, right? And be humble, the servant of the servant. That's the mood, okay? If someone asks you, hey, why don't you, like someone may ask you, why don't you leave? Why don't you talk? In church, I think they take this shoes and stuff inside, right? Why do I have to leave my shoes outside? You have to give an intelligent answer. So what's the answer? But how many of you have had ever this question? Why can't we take shoes inside the temple? Is it a good question or no? Right? Think. Because we are trained since childhood, you don't take, even if most of us don't keep in the house also, we don't take because it's the temple, right? But isn't it a thoughtful question which someone may ask you? Now, okay, you tell the answer. Okay. Yes, Dhruv?
Shoes are like unclean, and like in a godly place, you should not like bring your shoes in there because shoes are really unclean.
Unclean shoes, slippers. Like, for example, just think of you may have the shoes are going in dust. A dog may have peed on the grass, and we may have stepped on that grass, right? We may not know. Who knows, right? You're walking on the road. The dog may have peed there, right, in the past, right? It sounds ugly. Someone had vomited over there. We don't know, right? Yes, Pari, what else? So cleanliness is a very important point. Yes.
Like think of it like why first like we have to understand why we don't wear shoes in our own home. Like it's because like obviously like what Drew said, it's like cleanliness. And then think about it, when you're going to a temple, you're going to God's home. So you should like if you're gonna keep clean in your home, you should also keep clean in God's home.
Absolutely. Maybe a million times more. So cleanliness, same point, cleanliness, but I'm looking for more points now. Jashit?
But I think it's like it shows like a sign of disrespect to the gods, maybe, because like the
Yeah, that's very correct. So respect, we must respect, and humility. Okay. Humility is also one point. So we discussed that, and then offering obeisance. The Panchang Pranam, we discussed this mantra. I offer, this is how we should do, right? Vaishnavas are like desire tree, we'll discuss all that. Then one should offer full Dandavat for boys or men, and the girls or Matajis do the Panchang Pranam. Panch means five, Anga means limbs. So the five limbs of the body touch. And then we say the Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Then one should move towards the deities and offer full prostrate obeisance, keeping the deities to our left and chant the respective pranam mantras. It may be noted that one should not offer obeisance on one hand. Okay, properly, basically, with both the hands. And then one should meditate upon the deity. So text 31 and 32 have some mantras. Sorry, page 31, I meant. Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. And these are the deities Pranam Mantra, different. So if you see Gaurnitai deities, Namo Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prema, Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya. Then if you see Krishna's deities, then this is the mantra. How many of you know this mantra? Namo Mahavadanyaya. Raise your hand. Okay, many of you. How many of you know Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu? Quite a few of you. Panch Tattva mantra. Many of you know, right? Before chanting we do. Very nice. So depending upon the deities you see, you must offer the respective pranams. Not like this, like this for the boys, and Panchanga like this, not on one hand. So what are the 5 knees, arms, head, intellect, and words? These are the 5 angas. What are the 5 limbs touching in the Panchang Pranama? Tell, think. Panch Anga. What are the 5 limbs or 5 parts touching? Or 5 knees are touching? Okay, that's 1. What else? Try. Yes, Kabir.
Elbows.
Elbows or arms, okay, taken. Arms are touching, yes. Knees, arms, what else? Yes, Pari.
I mean, it's probably in the same category, but like hands.
Arms, hands, I think same thing, right? Arms, hands. So head. Head is also touching, right? And the 2 other things are words and intellect. Body, mind, and words. Our intelligence. We are offering everything to Krishna. So how does our intellect? Basically with humility. Krishna, I'm your servant. And words by offering those prayers, different pranam mantras. And in the Ashtanga, so the legs are touching, you see, the 2 feet, the 2 knees, the 2 feet, the knees, the chest, hands, and head. And also the words and the intellect is also. So basically, the main difference is the chest is also touching the ground. And the feet are also fully touching. Is that okay? I'll come back to this. So basically, we should know at least 1 mantra for our deity. Like whichever picture you have, Radha Krishna picture, you can memorize 1 verse. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. You have Gaur Nitai, you can remember Gaur Nitai deities by Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta. So many verses. You have Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Can you say a verse to them? And my dear friends, if it gets too complex, you know the essence of all, right? The Hare Krishna, you can chant that verse as you're offering obeisance. Now we discuss about offering obeisance to deities. Now what comes next? Meditating upon the deity. After offering obeisance, we take darshan. One should not just first try to have darshan. As soon as the altar opens or you enter, first we offer pranam. Like Dhruva did the darshan later, as we see. First he's offering his pranam. He bowed, is touching the feet of the Lord. He's kissing the feet of the Lord. We read just now, right? Then take darshan. One should not, however, immediately look upon the deities full in the face. That's improper. The proper manner is we should take darshan of the Lord as described here. Okay, who is going to read? Who has not read anything so far today? Who has not read anything at all today? Nimai, did you read? Or Mishti? Oh, would you like to read?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah, from here.
The process of meditation should begin from the lotus feet of the Lord and progress to a smiling face. The meditation should be concentrated upon the lotus feet and then the calves, then the thighs, and this way higher and higher. The more the mind becomes fixed on different parts of the limbs, one after another, the more the intelligence becomes purified.
Wow. How many of you knew that? Raise your hand if you already knew that. That's the way. How many of you got to know that today? What did you get to know today? What's the special thing? Yes? Who will tell? Vedi, please tell.
That you can't just look the deity in their face, and you have to start from the feet up.
Gradually and prayerfully. Krishna, your lotus feet. Wow. Oh, the tulsi on the lotus feet, right? Just meditating and slowly going to the seeing what kind of anklet Krishna is wearing. Oh, Krishna's beautiful yellow dhoti or a white dhoti or blue dhoti, whatever color is. Oh, there's a little butterfly on Krishna's feet. Oh, wow, so beautiful, right? Then gradually going up and seeing Krishna's slender waist. Oh, Krishna is very like Tribhanga. He doesn't stand straight. He's like bent. And then his beautiful chest, and then the garlands and the different dress and uttari and shawl, depending upon the weather, then going gradually to his lotus face. Are you following? Now, how many have been to, most of you been seen ISKCON Lachua temple? There are three main deities, right? Gaurnitai, Radha Shamsundar, and of course Nrsimhadev is also there, small, and then Krishna Balram. Now, which deity we should see first? Because we have to see from the feet. It's an interesting question, right? Are you following my question? Who knows the answer? Raise your hand if you know the answer. You want to know the answer? From left to right. Okay? Remember that. Bottom, top, left to right. And it's there. It's in the manual. So, Srila Prabhupada explains the purport that such meditation will help us get detached from sense gratification. Right? I'm your servant. Please let me know how I can serve you. Darshan. This is darshan, right? So, if there are, so exactly like Prabhupada is explaining here, or the devotees who made this manual, if there are three altars, like the Krishna Balram Mandir in Vrindavan, or Rasvihas, or Atlanta, or many places actually, Alachua, Srila Prabhupada would pay first obeisance at Gaurnitai's altar, that means the left altar, and then go to the Krishna Balram, which is like the middle altar, and then go to Radha Shamsundar. So what's the idea? The left to right. Okay. And while taking darshan, one may stand at the side so that darshan is not obstructed from devotees who are sitting. So be basically mindful and sensible. Like if a senior devotee is sitting and you just go right in front of them and block their view. Not a good idea. Okay. The darshan should begin as we face the deities from the left and move progressively, deity by deity, to the right corner. Now you have, like, sometimes it may not be practical also, like you may not go directly on the left side because let's say left side Prabhus are standing or the Aarti is going on or chanting or dancing is going on. You don't want to like disturb that, but wherever you are, see from left to right. Does that help? Are you following? It doesn't mean that you have to like literally go at that. Even that at that very place, you can gaze your vision, your meditation from left to right. And like you see, first the deities on the left, bottom to top. Then the next deity, bottom to top. Then the next deity on the right, bottom to top. Is that okay? So you see, this is a big process here, right? 5, 6 steps we discussed today about how to enter the temple and how to. So Dhruva offered obeisance to the Lord. He was meditating inside, the Lord appeared outside. So let's pause here for today and see if there are any questions or thoughts. Okay. So for those who are, I will put some mantras, or maybe Vedi will put the Vaishnava Pranam mantra, then the Prabhupada Pranam mantra, and one mantra we should know for every deity. Okay. And that maybe I'll list. Okay. So whichever you don't know from that list, please try to memorize. For example, Gaur Nitai, we should know one mantra. Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Radha Krishna, so any Radha Krishna deities, right? Then Jagannath deities, many temples have. Then Narsimha, one mantra. Who knows one mantra for Narsimha? Some of you know, right? All of you know the Tavakara Kamalavari Nakham, right? That you can recite. That's also for Narsimha, right? Okay, so I'll put some mantras and I'll try to draft an article on that. Is that okay? And then you take one mantra from there and memorize for the deity, or whichever you don't know, and then gradually you can add to that list. Is that okay? And next time we will see what Dhruva Maharaj prayed, because right now there's no conversation happening, right? Right now he's just done what? Seen the deities, astonished, offered pranams, and seeing the feet of the Lord. What happens next? We'll see further in the next class. Is that okay, my dear friends? Everyone okay? Happy? Comfortable? And next time we have Kahoot also. Vanita has a very special Kahoot for you next time. And thank you all for joining. I'm so grateful. Some of you joined later, so I want to acknowledge. I see, again, I'm taking all the names. Vedi, Dhruv, Ishan, Karina, Navya, Ansh, Shambhi, Unita, Pari, Kabir, Lakshay, Avni, Jashit, Nishita, Nimai, Athar, Shia, Shloka, Naina, Ovi, and Mishti. Very bold to all of you. Thank you so much for taking out your time, and stay happy, stay Krishna conscious, and I'm always there at your service. Feel free to, if you have any question, any doubt, anything you want to share, you always have my number to reach out, okay? Thank you again, and good night, take rest, and always be happy. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna.